Welcome back to Off Topic Sports. I'm Colin Smith, and today we're going to be doing an NBA mock draft. The draft is tonight. The top three are really set so far. It's Chet Holmgren, Jabari Smith, Paolo Banchero. Over the past couple of days, the top three have been switching. At first, it was Chet Holmgren really going one. Now it's Jabari Smith going one. And now you also are starting to hear that Paolo Banchero could go one. But for this, I'm going to have Jabari Smith going to the Magic with the first pick. We've heard this a lot. We've heard this from Woj. Heard this really about halfway through since the lottery. We've been hearing this. I think that they found their guy, and they're definitely going with Jabari Smith. Number 2 with the Thunder, I find very interesting. Here's where I think a lot of people see Chet Holmgren going. Woj is saying that Chet Holmgren's going to go here. But my pick for this, it's got to be Paolo Banchero. I think that he is the highest floor in the draft. I think that he's the most NBA ready player. I think that he's a perfect modern NBA center. I think Paolo Banchero, this is the pick that I would take with the Thunder. I think tonight on draft night they're probably going to take Chet Holmgren. But if I was the Thunder, I'd take Banchero. I just don't trust Holmgren. I think he has too much bust potential. I don't like his size and his frame. I could be totally wrong. I probably am going to be totally wrong. He's probably going to be a superstar. But I really think that he'd be a good fit on the Rockets. And this is where I have him going at 3. He might go 1, he might go 2, he might go 3. All three of those guys, it's pick your favorite power forward center type guy. I'm not a big fan of Holmgren just because of his size. And, it worries me for the NBA. Next up at 4, we have the Kings. I don't think the Kings will be making their selection here. I think this pick will definitely be traded. We'll see what it's for. So I'm not going to have any trades here. But if they do take it, I think whatever the 4th pick is, it's got to be Jaden Ivey. I think it's got to be Jaden Ivey, whether the Kings keep it or they trade it. And I think there's a high chance that they're going to trade it. But we're going to go with Jaden Ivey, regardless of whoever is at the 4th pick. It's going to be Jaden Ivey. I would love the Detroit Pistons to get Jaden Ivey. But with Jaden Ivey off the board, I think that they could use some help at shooting guard. I don't know why it says severe at point guard because they have Killian Hayes and Cade Cunningham, obviously, from last year. But here, I think it's going to be the raw Shaedon Sharpe, who has a ton of talent. And, if he had played in college at Kentucky, if he had really played, he could have been top 4 pick, top 3 pick, could have been the first pick. One of the highest touted players coming out of high school. Here we're going to have Shaedon Sharpe. Now that we're out of the top 5, I'm going to start going a little faster with the picks. Pacers, we don't know really where they're headed. They're looking to trade Malcolm Brogdon and Miles Turner. Looks like they're probably going to lose TJ Warren as well. I think here they need some wing help, and it's either going to be Keegan Murray or Benedict Mathurin. I would pick Mathurin, but I think they're going to go with Murray, so here I'm going to have them selecting Murray. I would go with Benedict Mathurin, though, if I was making the pick. Portland Trailblazers, they're looking for somebody to help them win now. They just got they got Jeremy Grant. They just got Jeremy Grant in trade. Almost forgot about that. They're looking for somebody to win now. This pick could easily be traded for somebody else, maybe a Malcolm Brogdon. I don't really see that though. But I definitely see that this pick could be traded. But the most win now ready guy, it's either AJ Griffin or Benedict Mathurin. Originally, I think I had Mathurin, but I think I'm going to go with AJ Griffin here. Actually, no, we're going Benedict Mathurin. He's the most win now ready player. AJ Griffin, I think AJ Griffin fits perfect on the Pelicans. This is the spot. AJ Griffin's probably the best shooter in the draft. I think he can play the shooting guard position for him. Kind of behind CJ McCollum, can also play some of that 3 behind Brandon Ingram, but they don't need any more of those 3-4 guys. They got Zion coming back. Obviously, there's talks of them possibly getting John Collins. They also have Herb Jones from last year's draft. But here, I'm going to have him selecting AJ Griffin, play the 2 and the 3, great shooter off the bench, will help him space the floor, maybe put Zion at the 5 a little bit, because that's what you want around Zion is spacing. So I'm going to have him go with AJ Griffin. Next up, we have the Spurs on the clock. Spurs with the 9th pick. They always seem to find the right guys. Pop always knows what he's looking for. I think here they're looking to maybe trade DeJounte Murray, which I see as a mistake. I don't think that'd be a good idea. If DeJounte Murray is traded, I think Dyson Daniels is the pick. But if he's not traded, I think Ousmane Deng is the pick here. I think Ousmane Deng has a ton of potential. I think he's rated way too low on this board. I think that he has like a Kevin Durant type frame. I think that's his best pro comparison, a very similar skill set. He's playing over in New Zealand, originally from France. I think Ousmane Deng is a great player. So it's either Dyson Daniels, two guys that have Australian kind of connections. Deng on the Breakers, Dyson Daniels from Australia. But here, it looks like they're trading DeJounte Murray, so I think they got to go with Dyson Daniels to kind of replace him. Next up, my Wizards. I think this pick will be traded. I think it should be traded. They should trade it for a point guard, some type of point guard, whoever it is. Try to find that franchise guy next to Beal. If they are here taking him, I think I just don't think this is a good spot for them, like whatsoever. I think Johnny Davis would probably be the guy here. I don't like Johnny Davis to the Wizards that much, but we could use some backup guard play, looking to maybe trade KCP too, so he could kind of fill in from that position. I don't think this is going to be the pick. I think this pick will be traded, but because I'm not putting any trades in this mock draft, I'm going to have the Wizards select Johnny Davis, but I do not think that will be the pick. Next up, New York Knicks. This is where my guy Ousmane Deng is going to go, I think. I think they want a wing. I think that they want something that can help them win now. They keep saying that they want a point guard. They want a point guard. Could go with Ty Washington, but I think Ousmane Deng is the pick here. I really would love Johnny Davis to the Knicks. I think that'd be a great pick. I think Johnny Davis would be an awesome pick for the Knicks. So if he goes past that 10th pick where the Wizards are supposed to be, I think this would definitely be where Johnny Davis would go. I'm going to have Ousmane Deng be the pick here, though, because I think he has so much talent. I really think he's going to rise up the draft boards tonight. Next up, the Thunder. First pick was Banchero. I think they found their franchise big. They need to surround him with some help now. You could go with a guy like Mark Williams, his college teammate, put them together back in the backcourt, but I don't think that would be the pick here. I think Banchero is going to run the 5 in the NBA, and that would just be a logjam with him and Mark Williams. And I thought Banchero looked better when he was the sole big on the floor at Duke. We could go with Jeremy Sochan. He's pro comparison is Draymond Green, not a guy that's going to put up a lot of points for you, not a guy that's going to, exactly fill the stat sheet, but a guy that's really going to impact the floor on defense. And, he's not a flashy scorer, but he's going to impact the game, as you see Draymond Green helping the Warriors win the finals. So I think this would be a great pick for them to match with Banchero in the backcourt, kind of have your offensive superstar in Banchero and Sochan as like that defensive guy that's leading that defensive unit. Next up, Hornets. Hornets need a center desperately. They desperately need a center. Montrezl Harrell got arrested. I think that the pick would be Mark Williams. They're looking to trade for Miles Turner, though, so look for this to be the Pacers pick maybe. I think it'd be Mark Williams for them. Next up, I think Mark Williams is going to jump Jalen Duren. At first, I like Duren better, but I think Mark Williams is rising up the boards. Next up, Cleveland Cavaliers. I think they need some wing help. I don't know why it's severe center. They have Jarrett Allen, Kevin Love. Last year they drafted Evan Mobley. I don't know why it's severe center. That's stupid. Tari Easton's going to be the pick here for me. I'm going to start going off a little faster now. We're getting to the 15th pick. Here, Hornets are again. They could go with Jalen Duren, take 2 centers because you need it. Mason Plumlee is not the answer. But I think it's just some wing play. Go with Ochai Agbaji. I just butchered that name so bad. He's a senior, so he's a little bit of an older player. They just need wing help. I think PJ Washington might be out. Gordon Hayward might be out, so we're going to go with him. I don't want to say his name because I'm just going to butcher it again. Next up, we have the Hawks. The Hawks are in rumors for DeJounte Murray, possibly trading John Collins tonight. We'll see. Maybe it's already out by the time behind this airs. They get DeJounte Murray, and they trade John Collins. I think they'll look for what's his name now? Oh, Onyeka Okongwu to fill in at the backup big position to a starter possibly. I think Jalen Duren would be good. They're also looking to maybe trade Clint Capella, so that could be his replacement. Next up, Rockets. They need wing help. They don't need any more guards. I think Nikola Jovic would be a good pick here for them, or Jalen Hardy out of the G League. Kind of match him up with another G League guy and Jalen Green that you have. But some wing help, I think Nikola Jovic would be a good pick here. Next up are the Bulls. Ty Washington staying on the board. I think he should go a little bit higher than this, but Bulls still on the board. I don't think they need a guard. They got Kobe White. They got Zach LaVine. They got Alex Caruso. They got Alonzo Ball. They got Ayu Dosunmu. I don't think they need another guard. Some more wing help. Jalen Hardy maybe at the wing. Malachi Branham at the wing. EJ Liddell at the wing. Again, this is the back half of the draft. So I don't really know what I'm talking about here at this point. I go with Malachi Branham. T-Wolves, this is Ty Washington's team. T-Wolves need help at the point guard position. And I think Ty Washington should have gone way higher in the draft anyway. Spurs, they got their guy in Dyson Daniels. I think it's time to take more of a big wing. We'll go with Lindell. Jaden Hardy right here. He's going to the Nuggets. I think he's a good dynamic guard. Can kind of play next to Jamal Murray. Will Barton's maybe out of there soon. Maybe this is his replacement. In terms of the Grizzlies, next up, I think Tyus Jones is going to be gone in free agency. I definitely think he's out of there. They have DeAnthony Melton too. Jarrett Culver sucks. Just had to say that. Put that one out there. DeAnthony Melton should still be there. I think Tyus Jones is gone, so maybe some backup guard play. I think they view Melton more as a 2, but maybe he can play the 1. Kennedy Chandler maybe, but I think I've been hearing a lot of good things about Jalen Williams out of Santa Clara. A little bit of a smaller college, but I've heard that he's really impressed scouts at the draft combine. And we're going to start rolling through the picks. Oh, this pick. I really like this pick for the 76ers. I'm going to have him take Walker Kessler. Sliding up the boards a little bit. They just need big play. They were so terrible with the backup big. They had Paul Reed running it, who's a little undersized for that. They had DeAndre Jordan, who just was terrible. See, my computer's dying. I need to hurry this up. Walker Kessler's the pick. The Bucks, Kennedy Chandler would be a great backup point guard for them. They struggle with backup point guard a little bit this year. Let's see, just 5 more picks. Spurs, I think they get Dyson Daniels' teammate, and I'm just going to butcher his name, so I'm not going to say it, but out of the G League, I think just surrounding a guy that you're drafted with his former teammates is always a good thing. Rockets, I think Wendell Moore, they just need wing play. Like I said, good player out of Duke. Here, did I still have a point guard on the board? I thought I did. No, I don't. Just going to go with these picks. If you made it this far in the video, thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. Patrick Baldwin, that's my last pick of the draft, as always. If you made it this far, appreciate you watching. These are my picks. Comment anything you know. If you're seeing this after the draft, I probably got a 0% and didn't make a single pick correct. So thank you. Thanks for watching. This was Off Topic Sports.